Stay tuned as we check out this Marvel Legends Deadpool on his Vespa with a dog and a squirrel. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Riders Wave Deadpool Corpse box set. Now, how did Hasbro get me to buy another Deadpool? Well, you put him in a box with a Vespa, a dog, and a squirrel. That is how. And I got mine thanks to In Demand Toys here in the UK. So it's a fun little box set, and we even get this little packing of Hydra Bob, one of Deadpool's friends that you can put on top of one of your Hydra agents, which of course I'll show off in the video. So yeah, we of course need these two guys if you're interested in completing that core team of the Deadpool Corps, as we already have Lady Deadpool and Headpool. I think all we need now is Kidpool to complete that core team, if that's what you're into, and I'm sure Hasbro are well aware of that. So we get this Deadpool Corps logo there, and then we get a Deadpool logo on the top. We get this 80th anniversary logo, of course, as Hasbro and Marvel are celebrating Marvel's 80th anniversary all year long. So happy birthday. On the side of the box, we're getting a cartoon image of Deadpool and the dog and the squirrel. It's the same on both sides. I can't really show off as my table is too small. The back is very Deadpool-esque, as you can imagine, as we get that promo image that we first seen when they revealed this box set. On this side, we get some features to the box set, which is, of course, Marvel's Dogpool and Squirrelpool. On this side, we're getting what seems to be a postcard from Deadpool himself, which reads, "Vroom vroom baby, it is I, Deadpool and the merry band of furry-tailed friends. All aboard, dirty-pawed brethren, it's time to ride off into the sunset." Or something like that. And we even get a little tease of Professor X in his hover chair, which I've already reviewed on the channel. So make sure you go and check out and press subscribe, all of that goodness. Check out the videos tab, as I have a fuller review of Professor X and his hover chair already on the channel. But today is all about Deadpool, of course. So without further ado, let's get this guy open. And here we have Deadpool and the squad out of the box, looking very nice, I must admit. There was some assembly required, but I'm talking these side mirrors and also that horn. That horn's a little bit loose. I'm maybe plugging it in the wrong place, but that was a little bit annoying. There is a kickstand on this, which I'll show off in a minute. That's why I've got it. See what I told you about the horn? Just warning you. But yeah, that's how I've got it stood up. Deadpool come with swords and sheaths, which I'm sure you've seen a million times before. They plug into this back harness there. Sorry if the lighting's not great, but I'm sure you guys can figure it out. 2 swords and 2 sheaths. They sit in there quite tight, but they're gold randomly. But yeah, that Deadpool's very reminiscent of the first Marvel Legend Deadpool that I ever got, which was the Epic Heroes Deadpool, which of course I will show off in this review. We get Hydra Bob head, which is basically a smiley Hydra agent, if it will focus in. And of course I will show that on a Hydra body in a minute. And of course, the main attraction is the dog and the squirrel. So I will show all these off, but let me actually plug them on the bike how it's meant to be first. So here we have Deadpool and the squad sitting on the Vespa. As I said, there is a kickstand that does kick back and forth, so it does roll like a normal Vespa would, I suppose, but there is a kickstand so you can display it, of course, like that. And you're not really going to be able to display it any other way than the way it is because of the way the dog sits, and I'll sort of explain that in a minute. But it's a nice display piece for any Deadpool fan. So let me just unplug this, and I should mention as well, I've took the sword and sheaths off the back of Deadpool, otherwise they would have just got in the way and the dog wouldn't have sit properly, but they do just unplug easy. So let me just sit Deadpool to the side and I'll show off the dog and the squirrel. So I'll zoom in. So I'll show you the squirrel first. I quite like the squirrel. There's no articulation. I do like that here you can see the actual swords on the back of the squirrel, but there's that massive peg there, which is used to obviously peg in the back of the dog. Now, some people may want to Dremel that off and just use it as a squirrel in your display, but I thought it'd be fun to note that it does plug into like the back of other figures, and let's be honest, most figures have a giant hole in the back of them. So yeah, if you wanted your other Deadpools to sort of carry along a squirrel companion, then you can definitely do that, which is, I thought, a funny little twist. But yeah, it's just a hunk of plastic. Moving on to the dog, it's the same. It's a hunk of plastic with a little bit of articulation. So the head swivels, the arms swivel, and there is a swivel underneath the jacket. But that's it. You can't lift the head up, so you're not going to be able to get him in a dog pose as such. You can get him like on all fours, but the head won't look up. So you can maybe get the head to the side and put him on all fours, but That's about it. Other than that, you're just going to have him sitting on the back of Deadpool because you can't take that helmet off either, annoyingly. But maybe asking for interchangeable dog heads would have been a bit too much. But this dog conveniently has a hole in a certain place, as I said, conveniently. And as you can imagine, on the back of the Vespa, there is a hole, well, a peg right there. And that is where you plug him on. And he can sit on the back of Deadpool. And even Deadpool has some foot pegs as well, which are nice. So on the Vespa here, let me move them out of the way. There are foot pegs either side. And of course you can peg them into Deadpool's feet and anyone else you want to sit on the Vespa. Now I just wanted to show you the Vespa on its own real quick. As I said, it's very plain, no real paint detail on there. That Deadpool logo on the front is sculpted on there. I guess you could do some dry brushing to the exhaust and to the engine and alloys bits underneath if you wanted to dirty up it a little bit. But other than that, it's very plain because you get a set of stickers to sort of make it your own. So I haven't put any stickers on yet and I'll probably wait to see what other people do with theirs first. But they are fun if you're into that type of thing. It's very in theme for the character of Deadpool recently. We've got some bullet holes, some Wolverine claws, some stickmen of Deadpool, Dogpool on board, some plasters and classic X-Men logo. McCoy manure, so beast, you know what I'm talking about. Save the Rhinos, which is actually the Rhino builder figure as well, which is pretty funny. We got Pineapple Surprise, obviously a grenade. Dupe was right, Mercs for money. How's my driving? Deadpool, Bob equals BBF. And then some more Deadpool stuff there. So again, I ain't going to stick mine on just yet because I'm sure I'll get jealous when I see someone else, how they range theirs. So I'll wait to copy someone. But my Vespa on the shelf has been this guy for a while. So I thought I'd do a quick comparison of this 1/12 scale die-cast Vespa. So obviously this one's a tiny bit smaller, as Marvel Legends 6-inch scale is usually a little bit bigger than actual 1/12. So you can see there, it is the Marvel Legends version is a little bit bigger than this actual 1/12 scale version. But this one worked well enough when I was displaying them on the shelf. So now I can have Deadpool race maybe, Lady Deadpool on one and actual Deadpool on another. But yeah, this is an actual die-cast one. So as you can imagine, the details are a lot better on this one. And the horn bloody doesn't fall off. Well, there's no horn, that's probably why. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you that side by side. Why not? Why not? So here we have my lineup of Deadpools. So here's the very first Deadpool I got, which is the Epic Heroes Deadpool. And then this is the Juggernaut Wave Deadpool. Then this is the Sasquatch Wave 90s Deadpool. Then these two are from the Sauron Build-A-Figure Deadpools, which is the X-Men uniform, and then one with no trousers. And then this is the Deadpool we just got in this Vespa Riders box set. So a lot of Deadpool, a lot of possibilities for mixing and matching and swapping parts to make your ultimate Deadpool. But as you can tell, this Vespa Deadpool is very much reminiscent to the first Deadpool we got from Marvel Legends when they changed to Hasbro with this Epic Heroes Wave Deadpool. Now this never held up very well as soon as we got the second Juggernaut Wave one, but you can see the same harness, virtually the same bouts. So yeah, they went way back with this one, but this one, if you like this guy, then you're very much going to like this one. And again, the reds are quite similar on a lot of these, so you can swap the heads. And this is a new face sculpt. Like, I don't know how well I showed that off earlier. I don't know if it will focus with all the other Deadpools in the background. It might. There you go. So the eyes are much wider, so he's like got a shocked expression or something under the face. But yeah, this head sculpt you could pop on and use with some of the other Deadpools at the back, or even if you wanted to do a half-on mask, maybe. But yeah, I'm not going to do all the possibilities because, let's be honest, I'll be here forever. But that is your lineup of actual Deadpools. And here's a quick look at the Deadpool corps that we actually have so far. So obviously we just got these three with the Vespa, and then Lady Deadpool come with Headpool. So we only actually need to buy the Deadpool and his Vespa and Lady Deadpool, and you'll have all of these figures on the table. You can't really call this a figure, it's an interchangeable head, and these two are chunks of plastic. But still, some people like that type of thing. We just need Kidpool now, and maybe one more. Let me know in the comments who I'm missing, but essentially we just need Kidpool, and I think that's the core members. So while they're there, may as well swap out a Hydra head. So I've literally just took the head off a Hydra agent. I think this is one of the original ones from the Mandroid Build-A-Figure rather than a 2-pack one, but does it really matter? And there you go, there's Hydra Bob joining the crew. Now, I don't think he was actually part of the Deadpool corps, but he's definitely Deadpool's friend. So move all them out the way, and there you go. Definitely find a place on your display now for Hydra Bob. They are best friends after all. And I do quite like that face, that smiley Hydra face. I'll zoom in and show you that actually, because it's quite good. And I do like those packings. Again, I like displaying options, and it's a nice smiley Hydra agent. So he's definitely going to stand out amongst Hydra agents on the shelf, because the rest of them definitely are not smiling like that one. And he's got silver eyes and this one's got red ones. So there you go. It will stand out and make a difference. But yeah, looking good. So there you go. Hasbro have done it. They have got me to buy another Deadpool that I didn't know I needed. But you add a dog and a squirrel to the mix, then you've got me. So yeah, very happy. And now my Deadpool corpse can go for a little road trip on my shelf, because if I bring in Lady Deadpool on the smaller Vespa that I had, she's carrying Headpool. So yeah, that'll make a fun little display on the shelf if she doesn't fall off. And yeah, Hydra Bob as well. I need to get Hydra Bob, like a skateboard or a scooter, or just something to sort of chase him along. That'll make a funny display on the shelf. So you let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you going to get yourself the Deadpool on his Vespa, or do you just not need another Deadpool? Do you already have your perfect Deadpool and you are not interested in this one? Again, I can't even argue with you if you do think that, because there has been a lot of Deadpools, but it is a fun figure for any Deadpool fan nevertheless. So let me know in the comments below, and as always, hit that subscribe button. Much appreciated. And as always, people, my name has been Dan W, and I shall see you on the next one.